This will be my nth try at this, and I hope this will be it. It's raining outside, that's why I'm inside. This is an indoors vlog. Uh, Samsung just recently released a new phone, the Galaxy Note 9. The Note 9 is said to be smaller than Note 8, and that's because it's not because the screen is smaller, it's because the bezels are smaller. Like in the recent years, there's so much talk about like phone bezels and infinity displays and like truly bezel-less phones, and the worst thing to happen to phones is the notch. Took me back to a conversation I had with my friend Meet about about like 15-20 days back, maybe more, maybe a month back. For those of you who don't know Meet, he's a friend of mine. We were in school together, and he has a YouTube channel of his own. I've like linked down below. Anyway, so we were just talking about how the screens are changing, and don't be alarmed because I don't have a beard there. This is old footage. Okay. This is the first time I'm trying something like this. Obviously, you've been following me. So, Meet, are you there?
Yeah, hi, I'm there. The current scenario, the current trend, which is being followed by the mobile makers.
The
So
infamous notch.
the newest thing is notch, and I can say it was notch because the
Now,
notches are getting disappeared.
yeah. So the new thing is no notch phones. And
Yeah,
getting very specific with the names, there are two of them, Oppo Find X and Vivo Nex.
yeah. Oppo Find X having 86.9% screen to body ratio, so
So like
extremely
80,
slim bezels. Yeah,
extremely slim bezels. That
yeah,
they made the phone to redefine bezel-less phones, but
exactly.
but they did it by putting all of the sensors in a movable part. So
So there are moving parts. Yeah.
so what happens is the phone is basically bezel-less. You can see the image right there, and the top will move up. All of the sensors and the cameras are there.
Yeah, the problem with that Oppo Find X is the back camera also is on the in the moving
In the
part, in the
moving
moving
part,
part.
yeah. So
Yeah,
the front and the back is
yeah,
it's spotless. It's absolutely beautiful.
yeah.
The only apparent problem with the phone, and the problem has started happening, is that the motor
Moving part failure
is started failing. Okay. Next phone is the
is
Vivo
Vivo
Nex.
Nex. Yeah, it's just launching. It's going to launch in on Flipkart. By now, it may have launched.
So Vivo Nex actually came before Oppo Find X.
The moving parts is more in the Oppo Find X, and the
Yeah,
moving
that's
part is
right.
very little bit in the Vivo
But
Nex.
only moving part in Vivo Nex is the front
The front
camera.
camera, the front camera.
Yeah, and
That's the
they have a
difference.
in-display fingerprint scanner, which is supposed to
Yeah,
work
in
really
finger.
great. So this is the latest trend in phones. There's only two.
This were the latest two phones. Yeah,
These are the only two phones which have like almost perfect display,
bezel-less. Yeah.
perfect bezel-less display. We'll sort
So
this out.
apart from the first two phones, we have Mimic series, which has the camera in the chin and do not have any moving parts. So that is bezel-less too, but with chin.
Yeah. Well, actually,
Okay.
Mi Mix has a much better screen to body ratio than Mi Mix 2 and Mi Mix 2S. Mi Mix,
83.6.
83.6. Mi Mix 2 is 81.9. Mi Mix 2 80.8.
Mi-
Mi Mix, very notably, is the first phone to introduce bezel-less concept.
yeah.
And then it was taken over by Samsung, who made the bezel-less a very public thing. Let's get into the Samsung phones.
What everybody does is they are eliminating the upper and the lower bezels, and Samsungs are eliminating the side bezels.
Right. Samsung
Yeah.
have mastered the art of eliminating the side bezels.
Yeah.
They started with S6 Edge, then they took it to another level in S7, and the S7 display is it's mind blowing. And then they took it to another level on S8 by introducing the infinity display. Hands down, that is the best display I've ever seen on a phone. And then they continued that with Note 8, but Note 8 being bulkier, it didn't have the same impact or effect like S8 or S8 Plus did. And same they've replicated the design of S8 in S9 and S9 Plus, and
Yeah,
it looks great as well.
I got another phone which is Nokia 8 Sirocco,
Okay.
and it does have infinity display just similar to that of Nokia Samsung's.
Yeah, but the problem with Nokia 8 is the top and bottom bezels. So they're much more than what
But
they are.
still, but still they are pretty bezel. Means the bezels are very thin.
But what phone are you using right now?
So right now I'm using OnePlus 6 and it's being recorded in that.
Okay, I'm recording this on my Pixel 2 XL.
Okay, great phone.
Yeah, yours too. Yours too.
Yeah,
So
yeah, mine's new.
yours newer. You have
Yeah,
like a faster and everything, more RAM,
yeah,
more everything.
yeah.
Mine
I
has
have notch. So notches are at end of the day they are ugly, and it would give out some performance issues, or you can say there is some wastage of the space where the notch is there. So people like me who likes whole notification bar and the notch is just occupying around 20% of the screen.
yeah,
So
and
that's the downside.
yeah, and on top of that, all of your apps will have to be optimized to include the notch in with them.
Exactly.
Otherwise, because the display is wider, so if you, for example, YouTube, the display is wider, so you'd have to zoom in.
Cropping.
Yeah,
They're
so
cropping.
there'll be some cropping
Yeah.
where the notches, and the video viewing experience will not be as good.
So eventually we are not using that part. So it's just
Yeah,
black.
so it's black, and so there's a waste of that screen space, because
Exactly,
if you
exactly,
have a
yeah.
bigger screen, you want to watch a bigger video.
So particularly in app experience, in many applications we are not able to use that particular part of the chin and of the top bar. So there is wastage of the screen actually.
Okay, but
Okay.
let's get to the specific phones, and first let's start, or let's go off the bat with your phone, OnePlus 6. I think it has something like 83.8% screen to body ratio.
Yeah, OnePlus 6 has 83.8.
Yeah, my brother uses a OnePlus 6 as well, and
Okay.
I can honestly say its
Hmm.
notch is the most tolerable.
Okay. Because it blends in the screen itself, no?
It kind of blends in, but
Okay.
from the photos that I've seen, the notch on the P20 Pro is smaller than the one on OnePlus 6. The downside to the P20 Pro display, and I can't imagine why they would do this. At the bottom, they put a button at the front of the phone. Now, why would you go and make such a stupid thing?
No, there are some people we do not have brain and they have something else. They think something is missing. We took out so much, so they will put something.
I mean, if they didn't have the button, that would have been a really beautiful display.
Exactly.
Let's get to the big gun. Let's get to the one that started the whole trend, the iPhone
Yeah.
X.
Yeah, yeah.
Because before iPhone X had the notch, no other manufacturer was looking at making notches. Essential Phone had tried it.
That's very old phone, but this was the first phone to introduce a notch even before the iPhone did.
It started the notch, and as you can see from this photo right here, the notch was like the tiniest notch
Yeah,
ever,
tiniest notch.
ever. but
Ever.
but this was the first phone to do it, and this has
Yeah.
inspired so many phones now to get the notch and make their phones really ugly.
Yeah, but the response was bad because of that ugliness and
But then
yeah.
iPhone brought it, and they tried to make it cool. They overpriced it a lot, so all of the Chinese manufacturers thought that they could cash in on it, and they made their own versions. That's it for now. Like the video if you enjoyed this. Leave a comment if I should do more videos of this type. Share the video if you found any of it useful. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Check out Neat's channel. I've linked it here, and this is the subscriber link to my channel. And I will see you the next time.